On today's episode, we're going to review some traction boards
from Vic's Offroad.
Yeah, those things are good.
Yeah.
All right, welcome back to Fab and Adventures, guys. Today we're going to be reviewing some traction boards from Vic Offroad, and they contacted me quite a few months back, about doing a review on their traction boards that are sold on Amazon. And I said, sure, as long as we can do 100% unbiased review. I'll even show you a clip from my email where I was pretty blunt that I wanted to be able to abuse them and be honest and everything. So I asked them a few more questions, where they're based out of, and Vic Offroad is based out of Australia, and they have the parts made in China. And we're going to give them a show.
Yeah.
We're going to give them a good testing and abusing like we did with the other traction boards. You can check out that video up here. And you can check these guys out on Instagram and Facebook at Vicoffroad_USA.
They come in red, black, and gray for the people that are concerned with color.
Want your color. These are cool. I mean, they look pretty good. When I first pulled them out of the box, they came in just out of a generic brown cardboard box, and I pulled them out, and they feel pretty good. They're fairly thick. I'm going to say that's somewhere between 3/16 thick, 1/4 inch on the edge, and 3/16 just by feel. So they're pretty solid.
Yeah, they're sold on Amazon on Fiery. What is it?
Yeah, you look up Fiery Red.
Yeah.
On Amazon, and you should be able to find these. But I'll try and put a link up for you guys to check out. And we'll go from there.
They do get a 4.6 out of 5 review on Amazon.
Yeah, the reviews are actually pretty darn good on these things. So we're going to give them a good go.
Yeah.
And try and abuse them.
Average cost, like Canadian cost, like what we could see for Canadian dollars, is about $336.
Yeah, so they're still a little cheaper than the maxtrax.
Yep.
Not a lot cheaper, but cheaper than the original style maxtrax.
Right.
All right, so let's have a little closer look at these boards.
Their length is about 45 inches. Their width is 13 inches. One board alone is about 2.6 inches high, and if you stack them up together, they're about 4.4. They weigh about 15 pounds, and they're supposed to be able to handle just over 22,000 pounds. So they're actually quite durable and strong.
Yeah, 22,000 pound handling capability is pretty darn good. These lugs here, they're not replaceable, but they're fairly sharp, and they're like really hard, and they're supposed to be made of some special material that they're not supposed to melt under friction. Basically, I guess if you're spinning your tires, these aren't supposed to melt down. That must have been an issue in the past or something like that. But they're now made of a new special material that basically doesn't melt on you.
Yeah, and then these channels basically keep the mud and debris out.
Yeah, that's their theory, right? If you're in like a sloppy mud and whatnot, a little bit of an incline or whatever, it's all supposed to channel out or whatever and not pack up. But of course, if you're in like a clay type of real heavy mud, it's going to pack up no matter what you got.
And these holes are for like mounting to your rig however you want. They've got multiple different options there.
Yeah, a lot of mounting options that are supposedly, from what we heard, are supposed to work with the maxtrax pins. I don't know that for sure. So the material they used is a UV stabilized polypropylene, which should help in basically stopping them from fading when they're on the top of your roof rack or on the side of your roof rack or however you want to mount them.
And they've got these cool little handles that are supposed to be versatile to use this thing as a shovel. So I'm kind of cool to try that out and see how useful that is.
They actually look pretty handy as a handle.
They've got like
they fit your hand good and whatnot.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
It's a neat
Yeah.
little idea. We'll give her a go. And one of the other things I found was a little funny. is they have a temperature rating of minus 7.8 Celsius to plus 55 Celsius. And here in Canada, it never hits plus 55, and it definitely gets colder than minus 7.8. So just so you know, today is like around minus 14, so we're twice as cold as what these are supposed to handle. So
we're looking forward to going out and trying them out.
Yeah, and we're gonna do the abusive testing after the getting unstuck testing, so we don't have a broke set before we even get unstuck. So let's take these babies outside and try them out. As you can see, we got quite a dumping of snow last night. It's probably 8 inches or so, and we're still getting snow here today. So we'll be lucky to even get the car out of this spot. And if I have to, I'll fire up the snowblower and I'll snow blow a spot out here so we can kind of get the car out and get it stuck. And then we'll move on to the truck and the Samurai, and we'll just try in a bunch of different situations and scenarios to get these things stuck and get them unstuck. All right, we're gonna try and back out of this spot here and see how good the Camaro does. All right, give her. There you go, give her. Not very good. Now you're probably stuck.
Well, isn't that the point?
These shovel things actually do work pretty good.
Yeah, they do in a pinch for sure if you didn't have a shovel with you.
Yeah.
Now jam that sucker under there. Well, as you can see, the old Camaro is not the weapon to be using in this much snow. It gets stuck pretty easy, even with the winter tires. But, I mean...
You had to pretend you were 12 again, just so that way you could enjoy getting stuck and unstuck.
Well, we got in a little predicament there, and I mean, it was nothing much to show, but they did help to get you moving again.
And they were quick to get on.
Yeah, like...
Faster than those other ones.
Yeah,
I have to say that like we didn't have to try and get them underneath the tire as much.
Yeah, they were easier to get the vehicle on the ramp, so that worked out pretty good. And I mean, you shot them things out a couple times, and I don't see nothing wrong with them that I can see. So now we're gonna go and get the half-ton diesel stuck, and that one has four-wheel drive, so we're going to try and do it without four-wheel drive, and if we get stuck in four-wheel drive, then we'll really have the test with these babies. So we'll wait for him to warm up, brush some snow off, and take him out somewhere and get him stuck. So they definitely help you get unstuck. Like, I mean, that's a four-wheel drive truck, but we got her stuck in two-wheel drive. The principle's the same. If you were stuck in four-wheel drive, they're still going to give you traction, to get you moving. And as you can see, once she got moving, she just kept on the throttle.
Yeah.
And
I could have got out if I kept on the throttle or whatever.
yeah,
too.
you know,
Like,
you would have got it back in the parking spot, no problem.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it just gets you moving, and that's a lot of times that's all it takes to get yourself unstuck, is if you can get moving.
I do like them for getting on.
Oh,
like
yeah.
you're like instantly, you put them underneath there, you don't have to fiddle around with it.
Yeah,
And like the truck was on it right away.
yeah, yeah, definitely
Yeah.
better than the other traction boards that we reviewed.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. And they
Well-
are strong, and it is like minus 15 or whatever
Yeah.
out. And
well, we haven't put them to the test yet.
oh right.
We're gonna put them on a log like that and try and drive up
But at least
and
though,
see if they'll break or whatever.
but at least though, like for using,
Oh yeah.
like in Canada, like a typical.
I think personally, so far from what we've seen, I think these are more the answer for what we would use
Yeah.
than the other traction boards. And I'll put a link to that video of the review of the other traction boards up here. And I mean, they have their place too, but
Yeah.
for us, I think personally for us, these would be the better traction boards, say to throw in the back of your car or in the
Yeah.
truck or whatever.
Yeah.
And you get stuck in the back alley at work or whatever,
Yeah.
can't get moving, you jam these babies under and that might get you out.
Yeah.
All right, let's try something
Torture
else.
test.
Okay. Snow here's pretty deep. 18 inches or something. Okay, in the last review we did, we used the old traction boards to get up and over this log, and I mean, you can hardly see it in this video, but the log's probably that far off the ground, and we're gonna use these tracks like a ramp to see if you can get up and over the log. We'll see how it works. All right, so we used these things to get unstuck over there. Worked awesome, and used it to get over this log. And even better, they flexed a little bit. They come right back straight. I don't see any stress marks in them or nothing.
Oh, they work slick.
Wow, these things are actually pretty good. And we're gonna continue to test these suckers.
And it's still minus 15.
Yeah. We're beyond their temperature rating and they didn't break, so
We're golden. Keep going.
So we did some torture testing on them. Still reasonably straight. Got a slight, very slight bend to it. But they survived the tractor test. I don't see like any damage at all.
No.
These things are awesome. Really.
They work really well.
We're throwing them in the truck. I mean,
Yeah.
I think like if you're taking the truck to work or the car or whatever happens to be, we're throwing these suckers in because they work good.
Yeah.
And we're twice as cold as their cold rating. And we drove the tractor over them, flexed them really good, shot them out, all kinds of stuff you've seen on the video. And they survived. I thought for sure we were going to crack one or break one or something, right? But there's like, I don't even see white stress lines.
No. 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 These things rock.
We're going to give you the Fab and Adventures recommendation. And if you like these videos, make sure you subscribe, share. Like these videos, give us a thumbs up. We'll catch you guys in the next video.
Thanks for watching Fab and Adventures.
That should be pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, those things are good.
Yeah. These things are really good.